It's Education Day in the AUG, and welcome inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse on a fantastic day for basketball. Fifth graders throughout the Richmond County area have come to Christenberry Fieldhouse to see the Augusta University Jaguars take on the Emmanuel College Lions. And joining me, as always, my broadcast partner, Chad Cook. 3-5 Emmanuel taking on 4-2 Augusta. What are you expecting here today?
Well, records at this time of the year can be deceiving and won't tell the whole story. We've got the Peach Belt defending champion Augusta against the Conference Carolinas defending champion Emmanuel. 3 wins for Emmanuel so far, but 2 are against familiar foes, Lander and Georgia College, Peach Belt foes of ours. I expect Lander to be very good this year, so Emmanuel's coming in for the second time on Education Day, so we won't be able to sneak up on them with these thousands of fifth graders, our secret weapon. That's right. So we're going to explain to the referee right now that we do have instant replay available. And, you can just come to us. We'll replay anything you need. Got 2 angles. Yep.
Yeah, so again, we're operating, as always, giving you the best coverage that we possibly can. The referees want to be able to use the technology that best fits them as well. So, again, thinking in terms of this, we talked about the fact that this is the 6th one, and we're undefeated.
Yeah, undefeated on Education Day. And, you can get a feel for the camera shot we have right now. The amount of fifth graders who are here. We've done this 6 years in a row. It's Education Day. Readers, our leaders, are on the T-shirts of all the players. Today's Reading Day with Augusta University. It's a real secret weapon to have thousands of 10, 11-year-old boys and girls screaming for basically 2 straight hours. The only drawback today is that this team, Emmanuel, is the first team to have seen it before. Right. Everybody else has been a one-time opponent. Emmanuel was here last year. Augusta beat Emmanuel 77-70, and they came back because they enjoyed it so much, so maybe they'll be a little more used to it this year.
Well, let's get to your keys to victory, Chad.
Yeah, well, it starts with Coach Dimitris said that Augusta has to stop middle penetration. That's because of the way Emmanuel plays. They play what you call a read and react offense. They're going to attack the basket off the dribble. Augusta always wants to take the middle away. We'll see them forcing guys towards the sidelines, and that's key number 1. Now, key number 2, shoot a better percentage from deep. Augusta shot 53% last game, scored 86 points, but only 30 from long distance. And I think Coach Dimitris realizes that at some point, guys like Rafael Montero, Tyshawn Crawford, and Leaf Lenore can't make every shot in the post. So we're going to go to...
Yeah, so that wraps up some of the keys. We'll get to the final key. Coming up right after this is time for our national anthem. the national anthem inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse as we prepare for basketball action. Non-conference play as a defending champion gets a chance to meet another defending champion in this one, Chad. And when you get champions together, it's something that's not uncommon for Dip Mitras and the Jaguars.
Yeah, it's the second game out of 3 home games. It's the second time that Augusta has faced a defending conference champion. Explained this before the Catawba game. The Southeast Regional is the first 3 rounds of the NCAA tournament, and there are 3 conferences: the Peach Belt, which Augusta's in, Conference Carolina, which Emmanuel's in, and then the South Athletic Conference. And 2 of those 3 champions are represented here today.
And, of course, the third meeting against a conference champion as well for the Jaguars in SIAC champion Benedict. We faced them from the previous they were past champion at least.
Past
got championship pedigree at least.
Yes.
And here come the fans getting into it as Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus are on the floor to welcome the starting lineup for your Augusta Jaguars. Wow.
You know, it doesn't get any better than this as a player. The players really cherish this day. They get a full house. You can't get more passionate fans than, you know, a few thousand 5th graders. It's going to be an exciting game.
And the kids are still piling in. As I was coming into the arena, there was a delay as, of course, they have to make sure the proper security is met inside the facility so these youngsters can enjoy the basketball action at the highest level. And we have a star-studded crowd, including Mayor Hardy Davis is in attendance, and he's also out there to welcome the youngsters. Chad, you know, as a player, when you get introduced in front of a packed house, which you had on many occasions, what did that feel like emotionally?
Well, right now, you know, I think back to, like you said, my playing days. The first time that, you know, you ever have a lot of people cheer for you tends to be like a pep rally, you know, and that's what this seems like. You know, the whole school, you get out of class, you don't have to do schoolwork, you get to scream your head off, and that's where you get the most passionate crowds, and that's what we have here today. And adrenaline will be at an all-time high for the players. You know, I know Coach Dip Mitras, it's another game to him, but for the players, it's a special day.
The Lions and the Jaguars set to do battle. The Jaguars in their white uniforms with the blue trim, and the Lions in their gray uniforms with the gold and blue numerals. We're set to get this thing underway. Mikel Tyson set to jump tip against Lee Flanor. And Education Day 2019 is underway in the Christenberry Fieldhouse, a packed house, and the Lions with control. Their point guard, number 55, Tyon Stuckey. The aforementioned Tyson on the floor. Jaguars moving the basketball. Jaguars coming out in a zone with man principles as the shot is put up and down by number 4, Brandon Simpson. So Simpson with the first field goal from Germantown, Maryland, Seneca Valley High School, and it's 2-0 Lions.
You know, that field goal was set up by middle penetration. I saw Dip Mitras make a motion like gave up middle penetration, frustrated. That's his first key to the game.
Augusta on the floor, Rafael Montero, Tyree Myers, Troy Cracknell, Lee Flanor, and Miguel Arnold. Great defense, cutting off the speedster, Stuckey. Ball out of bounds will remain with the Lions.
So that was, I think it was Troy Cracknell who gave up middle on that first drive. Tyree Myers on 2 different occasions has cut off that middle penetration. He did a good job there. Troy came in with a hustle play, knocked the ball out of bounds for the deflection.
Over the last couple of games, Troy Cracknell has gotten the first basket for the Jaguars. Gotten the offense off to a good start and answered any early baskets by our opponents. There's an outside 3 on the way, and it's perfect. Simpson, 5, Jaguars nothing in the onset of this one.
Miguel Arnold did a really good job of cutting off that middle penetration there, but when you take one thing away, you give up another, and Simpson did a good job of taking what the defense gave him there.
Man-to-man defense by the Lions, and there's Arnold for three.
Well, Coach Dimitris talked about wanting to shoot better from deep. So far, they're 100% on 1-for-1 from Miguel Arnold.
Miguel Arnold with 5 threes versus Claflin, season high. 23 points in that contest. Young man is shooting nearly 40% from long distance.
Leaf Lenore, number 3, has been very active on defense. Good job defending on the screen and roll.
Pulling up and dropping it like it's hot.
Stuckey is Emmanuel's leading scorer so far this season at 14.5 points per game. We're going to see substitutions as Augusta has given up 3 field goals.
Coach Mitris employing that 6-point rule as Arnold's 3-pointer just off the mark and rebounded into the front court. Come the Lions. Get it down low. High-scoring offense for the Lions as a reverse move works well in the post. That's Tyson. Tyson's first field goal, Detroit, Michigan native. Gives his team their largest lead, Chad, at 7.
Yeah, Emmanuel sure looks ready to play. They look crisp on offense.
10-3 is our score. Just underway. Tyree Myers with his first jump shot is pure. Baltimore, Maryland sophomore, 6'1", season high 17 points versus Barton back on November the 9th. There's a jumper in the air, that defense. The 6th man getting loud in here. And we got a foul inside. That'll be assessed against Lenore, his first.
So we'll see a substitution here, 5 out. They finally get Emmanuel to miss a shot, but then fail to convert the defensive rebound. So this is exactly what Coach Dimitris did not want to happen in the first rotation here. Emmanuel scored the ball on every possession. He talked about last game, Barton coming out in the second half and scoring 3 buckets on the first 3 possessions. And talking about that is not acceptable. And so you see here a continuation of that, beginning a half with Emmanuel scoring 11 points in less than 4 minutes of play.
So Tyson knocks down 1 of 2 to extend the lead.
So as viewers who are used to watching the broadcast know, after 6 points, Coach Dimitris subs out all 5 players, comes with 5 new players. He does that to inspire active defense, inspire, a feeling that, if you defend, you get to play. And that's why we have 5 new subs in the game.
And I think we've got immediate timeout upcoming on the under 16. The officials kind of work through, and they're going to call it right now. So 4-2 record for the Augusta University Jaguars. They're on a 2-game win streak, averaging 83.3 points a game. Their opponent scoring 79.5. Shooting at 50% from the field, 35% from three-point land, averaging 38 rebounds, 18 assists, 5 steals, and 3 blocks a game. And the team shooting at 70% from the charity stripe. Next up for the Jaguars, of course, a big battle, the Garden City Battle. It happens annually. Payne College come a-calling right here inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse, and we'll be here for it. 5:30 and 7:30 this Saturday. You'll be able to watch it live here at the Christenberry Fieldhouse, or you can watch as you are right now on the SUV TV/AUGB Ball. And we want you to take full advantage of that. Tell everybody around the globe they can lock and load right there. So Readers are leaders. This is Education Day 2019 alongside my broadcast partner, Chad Cook. I'm the Mac Daddy. Chad, that first 4 minutes was not what Augusta wanted in terms of yielding 11 points, but this Lions team is explosive offensively.
Oh, yeah, they're no pushover. That is definitely the truth. Last year, Augusta got out to a huge lead over Emmanuel, and Emmanuel came storming all the way back to make it a game that was decided in the final minute. Today, it's Emmanuel who's gotten off to the fast start. Now, with as we go into Tyshawn Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford in the low post. Takes it inside, gets it rejected. That's a rare sight. Crawford, he himself is averaging 2 blocks a game. Got his first shot attempt blocked inside. So like we went with some subs, there's some substitutions off the bench for the Lions, and they get to one in the low post. Turning and facing, that's Jackson Bailey. Outside he goes to Stuckey. Pulls up with the jump shot, and it's good. His second field goal. He's got 5 in the game out of Columbia, South Carolina, and by way of East Georgia State College. Moeller in the left wing corner. The Moss, right side. Lucas White with the jump shot. Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week. The jumper. Unable to knock it down. 2 outstanding performances versus Benedict in our most recent contest against Barton. Double figures. As they get it down low, Jackson kicks it on the wing. And it's wide open for 3, no good. And pulled out of there by Augusta. Barlone. Moeller. Lucas White. You want to get it on the side with the big guy. They got in the low post. He shoved from underneath. And a foul.
Augusta's bigs do a good job of that high-low action. They have Tyshawn Crawford, the 7-footer, in the low post, and if he's denied that ball, they swing it to the top of the key, as you saw him do with Barloon there. And Robert hit Tyshawn. Tyshawn's gotten most of his opportunities on action like that so far this season.
Moeller to Moss. Sets up Barlone. Turns and faces. Had a man underneath. Waited too long and it's stolen away. Stuckey now in the front court. They like to run it in that corner, Chad. Got in the post. Nothing happened in there, so they have to regroup. Shot clock winding down to 10.
Yeah, block shot there by Tyshawn Crawford. Crawford had 6 block shots last game.
5 on the shot clock. Pull up. Loose ball rebound. Who wants it?
Good to see Tyshawn Crawford get on the floor for that loose ball, force a jump ball. He kind of was late to the party. Got out-hustled at the beginning by number 21, Jackson Bailey from Emmanuel College, but Crawford recovered there and secured possession for his team.
Lucas White. Mahler. Nice dump down to Crawford. Trying to get maneuver. Triple teamed. And alternate possession arrow. We'll give it back to the Lions.
So this unit's been in the game now for 2 minutes, 44 seconds. Failed to put a point on the board so far. This is the first time that this second unit has come into the game while trailing. You know, trailed by 6 while coming into the game. So see if they can improve on that deficit.
Well, the other thing is they've only yielded 2 points thus far. As Lucas White takes contact, no whistle, and the ball's thrown away.
Yeah, timely comment by you about only yielding 2 points in 3 minutes now, as Darren Lucas White, the best defender on Augusta's team, forces a turnover.
Moeller gets it to Crawford. Crawford turns, dumps it down low to Barlone.
It's a great find by Tyshawn Crawford. He's a very skilled player for a 7-footer. He's got a nice jump hook. He was about to shoot it there, but saw his teammate and made a nice soft pass where Robert could catch it and get a finish.
Extra pass to that corner. Got to get out and cover that corner. That jump shot. Brandon Simpson, his second made 3. He's got 8 to lead all scorers in this.
Yeah, that 3 set up by some more dribble penetration, middle dribble penetration on that play.
Post pass. Crawford with the jump hook. Arloon keeps it alive into the corner where Moss was. He walked away from it, and it's out of bounds back to the Lions. Stand corrected. It'll be Jaguar basketball.
So another line substitution. I think that's what they call it in hockey, right? When
that's
everybody
right.
goes out at one time.
This team is physical like a hockey team to some respects. And speaking of that, Montero, who's never shied away from contact, goes in and scores. The senior from São Paulo, Brazil, leading scorer for the team, averaging 19.5, 6.7 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal with his first field goal of the game. And the Augusta deficit is now 7. Stuckey and Simpson working out on the perimeter, and Simpson travels.
So between the two units, that's 2 forced turnovers in a row from Augusta. Jaguars are starting to find their footing defensively.
TJ Rosine is the head coach of the Lions of Emmanuel in his 17th season as head coach. The last 12 of those have been at the helm at the Lions. During that time, Rosine has coached 6 national championship games between NAIA and NCCAA. In the Lions' final season in the NAIA, as they made it all the way to the national championship game. And in the 4 years that followed, the Lions played postseason in the NCCAA, winning 2 national titles. 2018 will be the Lions' first season. Of course, last season was their first season as a full NCAA Division II member. The Lions is definitely a team that is made that rise meteorically, and no matter what division they've been in, give them a few years and they're going to compete for a title.
Coach Rosine has a great reputation among basketball people, whether they be coaches or players. A lot of people have a lot of respect for the Emmanuel program that he's built.
Dipmitris with over 380 victories, and Rosine right there with 370 in his career. 2 outstanding coaches at the D2 level, or any level for that matter.
You know, on that last offensive play by Augusta, they were able to get the ball to Rafael Montero in the post, and he delivered with an up and under, little left-handed finish. You mentioned 19.5 points per game from him. He's also shooting 61% from the field and 95% from the free throw line.
On the wing, Myers, the starting unit back on the floor, and this line change. Get it down low to Flanor. He hesitated, had the first move, but hesitated amongst the trees, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Here we see Lee Flanor going to get the pass from Tyree Myers. Lee's been excellent in the early going this season. The freshman out of Miami comes from the same high school as teammate Miguel Arnold. Lee's averaging just under 6 points per game, just under 6 rebounds per game. Struggling a bit from the free throw line, shooting 53%. But Coach Dipmitris loves his activity. He's a real just hustle player, very athletic, 6'7", has made an impact from the moment he stepped on campus.
Nor on the season, just under 6 points, just under 6 rebounds, and shooting 53% from the charity stripe. Discussion with Coach Rosine.
This unit for Augusta has played 1 possession on defense, forced a turnover since returning into the game. So we'll see them get a second crack at the defensive end after this shot from Flanor.
Commiserate with his average. He knocked down 1 of 2. Eric Jones up top. McClung. McClung gets his pocket pick. Flanor racing in all the way to the glass. Puts it up there, no good.
You know, that whole defensive possession was very good by Augusta. It started with Tyree Myers denying middle penetration, ended here with Lee Flanor getting a steal, getting all the way to the bucket. You see his game here. He's got plenty of it. Plays center for the Jags, but he's an all-around ball player. On that last play, it started with Tyree Myers. He took away middle dribble penetration, and then he helped. Coach Dimitris calls it shrinking. They call it shrink, so he'll shrink the floor by helping each other on dribble penetration. So Tyree Myers real active, and then Lee Flanor's been real active. So watch those two guys, number 2 and number 3, on this next possession. We'll see if they can continue to wreak havoc.
Flanor unable to cash in at the charity stripe. So 16-10, low-scoring affair. Nearly midway through the opening half. On the wing, Velasquez to McClung. McClung couldn't make it work and rebounded by Montero.
More good stuff from Myers and Flanor, especially from Flanor on that play.
They get it down low to Flanor. Hesitates, goes up, and is rejected from behind by Eric Jones. Hit ahead. Stuckey to the rack. Now the kick out. Jumpered up, no good. Rebounded by Flanor. Here come the Jags. It's Myers on the wing. Cracknell to the rack.
A great drive by Troy Cracknell. He's well respected for his ability to make the 3, so when the defender saw him with a clean look, he sprinted out there, and Troy did the right thing by attacking the basket.
First field goal for him, 10 points in the ball game. 10 points, rather, on his average, with 5 rebounds and an assist to contest.
So there you see Troy really trying to take middle away. Just got a little overzealous, got called for the foul. That's the kind of foul that Coach Dimitris won't mind because he's trying to do the right thing defensively. You know, we see Lee Flanor go to the bench. That's either because of maybe an issue. I see him going to talk to the trainer, so that's some kind of little physical possible injury situation. Hopefully he'll be back soon.
New point guard in the lineup, Isaiah Foster. Good push off inside by Tyson. Create room for that hoop. He's got 5. 18-12 our score. The Jaguars keeping it within hailing distance. 2-possession game, nearing the 8-minute mark. Oh, that's a steal. Turnover by Montero.
And Montero and Myers have hooked up with that kind of play, that little backdoor play many times, but Raphael really threw it into a crowd on that play.
One characteristic start to the season for Montero. He leads the team in turnovers. So that's one thing he'd like to cut down is that. He's aggressive defensively, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that, you know, the leading the team in turnovers, that's heavily influenced by the first game. Had a very uncharacteristic first game. Turned it over several times in a row. I won't expect that for long.
Jack Johnson said, get that mess out of here.
Pick and roll defense by a big man is so important in today's game. Here you see Jack Johnson stay with the smaller guard and swat his attempt out of bounds.
Shot clock winding down. Off the mark. Rebounded. A held ball situation. Possession arrow in favor of the Jags.
It's great hustle by Tyree Myers. For the second time, Augusta was able to force a missed three-pointer, but failed to secure the rebound. But Tyree threw his body into the mix and got his team the ball.
Arnold, dribble penetration. Now it comes to Johnson. Johnson to Cracknell, crossover to the foul line, can't get away. They call him for traveling. Our officials working this game: Bruce Benedict, Philip Pryor, and Kevin Chambliss. 3 men with the striped shirts, as we've got a timeout on the floor. Comes with 7:46 left to play in the opening half, and the Lions of Emmanuel leading the Augusta University Jaguars 18-12.
See a replay here. This is when Troy Cracknell showed the three, attacked the basket afterwards. Again, Troy's got a reputation of being a shooter. Tyree Myers, such a good point guard, seeing his teammate open, delivering the ball, putting him in a position to be successful. See the signs in the crowd. Miguel, we want Trey, and Cracknell fan club. Lots of cool signs.
Sean Moss
yep.
being represented. Kids are having a great time.
They sure are. A little bit of a slow start for the Jags. If Augusta can get things going, they'll really be having a great time. 12 points in 12 minutes isn't characteristic. You mentioned the team averaging, 83 the last 2 games and the last 2 victories. So I expect the Jaguars to pick it up. The flip side of that, as you mentioned earlier, doing a relatively good job defensively, especially after giving up 10 points in the first 4 minutes. So that's 8 points in the last 8 minutes since then.
Yeah, I didn't mention the scoring for Emmanuel. They're averaging 78 points a game while yielding 81, nearly 82 points a contest.
So only 12 minutes into the game, only 4 fouls. That foul by Jack Johnson being the third foul for Augusta. That's good defensively as well, to be able to play without fouling, keeping Emmanuel out of the bonus for longer. Now Emmanuel, having played, only committed 4 fouls themselves.
Tyson with the backdoor feed finds Wright for his first field goal.
Tyson's been very effective in that low post so far today.
Johnson trying to find Montero down low. There's a whistle. The foul committed by number 11, Wright. Fifth foul assessed against the Lions. Breakaway to the basket. Foster with the field goal. So Lions extend it to a 10-point advantage. Montero to the hoop.
Raphael's as close to an automatic bucket as you can get in that low post.
Turn around, bank shot, no good. Rebounded by Cracknell and Johnson. And there's a steal by Foster. So this Lions team has proven to be a defensive force themselves out here.
Yeah, you'll see a turnover by Tyree Myers there. That's another thing that's really hurt the Jaguars today. When we get the stat update soon, we'll see how much it has affected things, but I'm getting the feeling that'll be a storyline for Augusta.
Top of the circle. Soft shot off the back iron, rebounded by Moeller. 5-on-4 if he hustles. Lucas White trying to get it to Crawford. Barlone, high-low, dump it down to the big guy. Pump fake and slam it on him. And they called him for a traveling violation.
That's a tough break for Augusta. Had the chance to get the kids riled up on that one. Coach Demetris is furious about it. See that high-low action? We talked about that earlier. Nicely placed pass. Not sure if that right foot moved or not. It very well might have. If it did, it was the slightest of moves. Speaking of turnovers, Emmanuel following Augusta's lead.
There's an expression on the blacktop, ball don't lie. That might come into effect on that one.
Yeah, a little payback from the basketball guys.
Lucas White, 4-3.
So, Darren, you mentioned the reigning Peach Belt Player of the Week after scoring 18 points and grabbing 6 steals, dishing out 4 assists in Saturday's win over Barton. Maybe he'll be the spark that Augusta needs. Cut the lead to 5. It's a testament to Augusta's defense that they're within 5 points after only scoring 17 in 15 minutes.
Yeah, Lucas White had a couple of really good games, including the contest versus Benedict, where he had 14 points and 4 assists. Foster coming in off the bench saying, Coach, give me more playing time. Lucas White averaging 9 points a game, gets it down low to Crawford, who hesitates, goes in strong, and he gets pulled down hard.
I think Crawford wonders, why that isn't something more like a flagrant foul when you grab a guy by both shoulders and pull him down. I understand what the defense is thinking, make him earn it at the line, but, you do that to a 6'5" guy and probably get 2 shots on the ball. That one crawled in for Tyshawn Crawford. The one kind of hole in his game so far this season has been at the free throw line, shooting under 30% from the line, averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds so far.
Timeout taken by the Jaguars.
Tyshawn Crawford with the field goal. Cuts the lead to 6 as the Jaguars have gotten as close as they've been in about 6 minutes in this contest. Moss with the push from behind. But Lucas White got the infraction. It's his second. Team's 5th. The Lions with 16 fouls as they launch from deep. Rebounded by Crawford, and here come the Jaguars with a chance to cut it to 1 possession.
Okay, so there you see a foul on, that's number 22, Eric Jones, trying to guard Tyshawn Crawford in the post. At the last media timeout, Demetris was really on the referees about the treatment that Crawford gets in the post. He was making hand motions about players grabbing him with 2 arms around those shoulders. Basically, if you could read lips, maybe just saying that it's absolutely unfair that a guy could get treated that way just because he's that big. So, you know, what you almost had there was a turnover by Robert Barloon, but, you know, the referee called a foul. What do we have here? No basket on the free throw.
Gonna form a lane violation. And now as we reach the timeline, not quite sure what happened there.
Well, the clock, when they blew the whistle, the clock was at 28, and I think they're saying the shot clock didn't start on time.
Now it's, I guess they told them to delay it 3 seconds before they start moving it. Foster.
Excellent defense by this second unit from Augusta. The bright spot of the game has been this second unit's defense. We saw Tyshawn Crawford score on a jump hook a second ago and Darren Lucas White make a 3. So this unit providing life for the Jaguars.
Balanced scoring for the Jaguars in this game. As Moss looks to get on the board, and he does.
So this marks the 3rd straight game where Sean Moss has made a good impact off the bench, scored 7 against Benedict, 5 against Barton, and now 2 so far here today.
Averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds a ball game, and right back at him, the Lions. Number 55, that's Stuckey. His 3rd field goal, he's got 7.
A real defensive battle here.
And a throwaway by Moss.
So that makes 8 turnovers for Augusta. Hard to put the ball in the basket when you don't get a shot off, and that's kind of plagued the Jaguars here today.
They like that right corner. Foster knocking it down.
That's brutal. Demetris is looking at Miguel Arnold like he cannot believe what just happened. A team subs in and doesn't match up, gives up a wide open 3 off 1 pass.
Cracknell and Montero in the post got pushed. That foul will be assessed against Brandon Simpson. Simpson now with 2 personal fouls. As Montero will head to the line.
Real break for Augusta with a chance with their best free throw shooter to get 2 points on the board here after that malfunction a moment ago. Well, here's that jinx.
So Montero, who, as Chad already alluded to, shooting at 95% coming in. That's a rare miss. And speaking of rare misses, Stuckey misfire from long range, and here come the Jaguars. Myers all the way to the rack, aggressively loses control of the basketball. Flanor inside, misses the first time, try to get it back. It's pulled out of there by Jackson Bailey.
Augusta just can't buy a field goal. 22 points with less than a minute to go in the first.
Marco's Pizza, the official pizza provider of the Jaguars, have a couple of stands locked in as a basket inside. The kids enjoying it on Education Day as Bailey scores his first field goal. And it's back up to 11. Left wing pass, and there it is. Arnold, 4-3. Second three-pointer for him. Shooting 39.6% from distance. To the rack. Foster's shot, no good. Foster, who came off the bench, young man from Somerville, Georgia. Chattooga High School. Sophomore, heads to the line. And Stuckey gets a breather. As will one or two more players. Free throw is up and good. So give him 8 off the bench. Velasquez checks back in, as will KJ Jones for the Lions. And he makes a pair. And we've got a timeout taken by Dip Mitras and the Jaguars with 2.7 seconds left, designing a play for this final possession, trailing by 10 on Education Day 2019. We'd love to thank Richmond County Board of Education, Augusta University, for allowing us to be a part of this. You're watching exclusive coverage on the SUV TV/AUG B-Ball. I'm the Mac Daddy Charles McNeil. Our broadcast partner, Chad Cook, is on the sideline, ready to do a sideline interview with Dip Mitras, heading to the halftime locker room. Long pass to half court. Miguel Arnold launches, high floater, and it's no good. So 20 minutes are in the books from the Christenberry Fieldhouse, and Augusta trailing by 10, 35-25. So far this season, the Jaguars have found themselves in great position to do big things as they have jumped out a couple of times and trailed at halftime to see themselves come back and gain victories. They've actually had 2 win streaks as we head to the sideline for Chad Cook.
Well, we were brutal offensively. You know, we didn't guard to start, and then we were guarding. We weren't scoring. So we've got to establish the inside game. On our missed shots, we got to push the basketball and pitch it ahead. We've dug ourselves a hole now. We got to really get after these guys.
Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Chad, thank you so much, and thank you to Coach Mitras as well. We appreciate it. All right, we've got some numbers for you as we'll get a chance to take a look at them. First for the visitors, Brandon Simpson, number 4, has 10 points to lead the way for the Lions. Joining him is Isaiah Foster with 9 points off the bench. Tyon Stuckey has 7. It is Mikael Tyson with 5, 2 for Michael Wright, and 2 in the ball game for Jackson Bailey. Augusta University with 25 on the board in the first half. They were led in scoring by Miguel Arnold. And I'll run through the rest of the list. Tyree Myers has 2, Leaf Lenore with 1. Troy Cracknell has 2, Rafael Montero with 4, Tyshawn Crawford with 3, Sean Moss has 2, Darren Lucas White with 3, Robert Barloon with 2 for the Jaguars, 25 on the board. The Jaguars shot 10 of 19 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point land, 2 of 7 from the charity stripe. And add those 5 points to it, they could have cut the lead in half. As for Emmanuel, they shot 51.9% on 14 of 27 shooting, 4 of 13 for 31%, and their free throw shooting is 3 of 4 for 75%. So those are the numbers that you need. Augusta, thus far, have scored just 12 points in the paint compared to Emmanuel's 18. And second chance points, Augusta, 2 opportunities to 1 for Emmanuel. Fast break, Emmanuel with 2 baskets off the fast break variety, and 11 from the bench of the Lions and 10 from the bench of Augusta. So our halftime score, 35-25, and you're watching exclusive coverage of Education Day 2019-2020 as part of continuing effort to read and lead. We want you to do that in Richmond County and throughout the CSRA. So thank you, and around the globe as well. Reading is fundamental is a phrase that I had when I was in high school and in elementary school as well. So we want you to continue to do that because it will certainly help you to lead down the road. Again, our halftime score, Augusta trailing 35-25 on this, the SUV TV.
Tamara Brown with SUV TV at the CP3 Rising Stars campus.
SUV TV's 2019 NBA Draft Day coverage.
Anthony Edwards Collegiate Decision presented by the Georgia Hoop Circle on SUV TV.
SUV TV brings the game to the audience.
You give a better focus on the actual game at hand. Sometimes you could tell it's just a running camera by itself sitting there, but with SUV TV, it's more of a personal experience.
Just the exposure, being able to see games that you normally wouldn't be able to see, not only here locally, but across the country.
Those angles make you pick up different things as a coach, as an evaluator. They're giving you great quality, nobody talking in the background. I think it brings basketball to the forefront.
Whether it's a family member that was in a different state, they can watch the game, or just bringing in more coverage for these players, or if it just allows us to raise more money for something like Susan G. Komen. And so I think this event has grown because you guys have been a part of it the whole entire time.
SUV TV has given a different light to kids that don't always get the best exposure.
The commentary that goes along with the games, I think, is always interesting.
Touchdown.
Oh, yes, sir. It brings something to the table that no other streaming aspect can bring, no matter how hard they try right now.
Dayton Avian Williamson at the buzzer. That is how you get the Peachtree Corners Invitational started. And that will do it. Thanks for joining.
And welcome back inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse for exciting basketball action. It is the 5th day in the month of December, Education Day 2019. Youngsters from Richmond County, 5th graders, all made it into the facility and have thoroughly enjoyed themselves walking around the college campus, and they'll continue to get more of the flavor that is Augusta University and Jaguars in their blood over the next several years, and we hope that they'll matriculate and choose this institution as their choice. As we've said oftentimes, Chad and I, we have kids that either are in or aspiring to get to college, and looking forward to seeing more and more of those opportunities to avail themselves. As Chad sets to join me in just a moment. And when you get a chance to do that, you get a chance to dissect all things, a lot of things. My daughter actually went away to Alabama State and now is matriculating at Augusta University in the grad program. And she's thoroughly enjoyed it, just finished up classes and preparing herself now for what is grad school, and thoroughly enjoying the exams portion that's upcoming. And the noisemakers, the big screen says make some noise, and these kids are responding to begin the second half, trying to energize the Jaguars, whose starting unit is on the floor. And Chad, one of the things that stood out for me is shots. You know, the number of shots that the Jaguars actually were able to take, only 19 field goal attempts compared to 27 for Emmanuel, but Emmanuel only out-rebounded us by 2.
Yeah, you know, 9 turnovers for Augusta is definitely the story. That and poor free throw shooting, but, 9 turnovers in one half for Augusta, very uncharacteristic. The other thing is 18 of the 25 points have come in the paint. So, one of the keys to victory for Dimitris was shooting a higher percentage from deep. Very much not getting it done from the perimeter so far. We'll see if the second half's a different story.
Coming out with a defensive effort, Flanor. That leads to an outside jump shot, top of the circle, and it's good. Knocking that one down is Simpson. He was the leading scorer in the ball game, and add to that total, he now has 13.
Simpson started the game with 2 field goals, and he started the second half in the same manner.
38-25, 13-point deficit. As the lob over the top flip to the athletic Flanor, who turns and faces. And he gets hammered by Simpson. Picks up his 3rd foul.
So Flanor's man was helping on the backside against Rafael Montero. Miguel Arnold did a good job finding him. Now he'll have to convert from the foul line. Lee was 1 for 4 in the first half, very active. We see him back on the court. That's good to see. He went to the locker room during the first half with what appeared to be an injury.
Flanor, strong in the first. .53% from the line. He knocks down the second. So Flanor, averaging just under 6 points a game, has 2 now. And the lead is down to 12. Dimitris trying to infuse some offense, and we're in this effort, maybe some defense, as he brings in Lucas White and Crawford off the bench for this possession.
Yeah, Crawford comes in for Lee Flanor, who just picked up his 3rd. I think Coach Mitris might have thought that Tyree Myers was, dealing with a little physical issue there. I think I saw him ask him if he was okay when he took him out.
There's another 3 ball. This Lions team is shooting lights out. Stuckey for 3. He's got 10. Second 3 he's made in the contest, and for his ball club already 5 knocked down. Make that 6.
6 3-pointers from Emmanuel, 3 for Augusta. But, even though Augusta's made 3 3-pointers, they've really not even looked to shoot the ball from deep. So it's kind of an inside-only attack. Going to have to stretch that defense out in the second half.
And that's the guy to do it right there, Arnold. Dribble drive. Lucas White inside to Montero. Lays it up. It will not drop. There's Crawford inside trying to get the ball up. Put it too low, and it was taken out of his hand. Loose ball. Montero sitting on the player. And he's fortunate he didn't pick up a foul.
Effort is not the issue for Augusta. You see both Montero and Crawford getting after the offensive glass. It's just a situation, I think, right now where Augusta needs to see the ball go into the hoop on a repeated basis for a couple trips so they can get a little confidence offensively.
And the pass goes to Arnold for 3. Shot no good, and there's a whistle inside and a foul. It's Montero. It's his first. And Augusta's second. Yeah, it's a high floater. Crawford with the rebound. Looking for the outlet. Lucas White. Darren with the entry fee. To Montero, turns and faces. Ready for the jump hook, tries to elevate. There's a whistle and a foul.
Raphael gets the benefit of the doubt here. Probably could have been called for a travel as well. See if that left foot moves. Yeah, moved a little bit there.
That foul was assessed against number 32, Tyson. It's his first. Montero turns and faces. He's strong on that one.
That's the shot we've seen Raphael make all year. It's a tough shot, so not surprising to see it finally not fall for him.
Stuckey to the basket and the dump off. And there's a steal. Cracknell to the basket. Lucas White. Second field goal for him. First of the 2-point variety. He's got 5. 41-28. Down low. Can't beat that one off the glass. The bank shot by Tyson. He's got 7. Bracknell outside to Montero for 3. Side of the rim. Stuckey. And the ball goes off the knee of the Lions. It'll be Augusta basketball.
I'll tell you, Augusta's fighting, really competing right now, making a lot of stuff happen defensively, but they just have to figure out a way to put the ball in the hoop. 28 points now after almost 24 minutes of play.
Crawford in the paint. Turns, jump hook, drops in. Whistle before the basket. It looks like that's going to be a strategy of trying to stop the big fella when he gets in the paint. There's one touch, there's a second touch, and finally they've got to blow the whistle. I think this Emmanuel squad knows, Chad, what it would mean for the big guy to get a big dunk in this one. Bring this crowd into the game. Michael Wright. Bailey. Backdoor feed. Nor back off the bench. Commits the personal.
There's so much pressure on that Augusta defense to keep the team in the game.
That is his fourth foul for Flanor, and we've got immediate timeout. We see Dipmitris and his assistant.
Coach Mitris' assistant, O'Neal Armstrong. It's his first season being what people call the top assistant coach. O'Neal played point guard for Dip right around, I'd say, about 8 years ago. I think 2011 was his first of 2 seasons here on campus after playing junior college ball at Columbia State. Cheerleaders are giving the fans something to cheer for what seems like the first time here today.
Got to enjoy the pageantry of Education Day and the meaning as well. These youngsters striving for excellence in the classroom. And of course the student athletes on the floor for Augusta.
Yeah, Augusta University today on campus, they call it Reading Day. No classes today, finals start tomorrow. The cheerleaders and the players came out today with their Readers Are Leaders t-shirts here on Education Day.
Yeah, during the halftime, I mentioned my daughter who was actually taking full advantage of that, preparing for exams that start tomorrow. The occupational therapy program at Augusta University. As Arnold knocks down the jump shot, mid-range. We need it. Now 15. Bailey with a nice dump. The Stuckey couldn't make it work. Now Arnold, 3-on-2, lays it up and in.
So 2 baskets in a row by Miguel Arnold, Augusta's second leading scorer, averaging 14 points per game. He's definitely probably the most potent, definitely the most potent perimeter threat for Augusta. Reigning Rookie of the Year in the conference. We'll see if he can continue to get it going.
Here's Arnold with that never say die attitude. Got the ball deflected once, twice, elevated, and the scoop with the finish. And here he is again, Arnold. The jump hook in the lane, rallies out. Crawford puts it off the glass, can't make it work. There's a whistle though and a foul. And that'll be assessed against number 12, Pope.
So ever since Coach Dipmitris got so upset with the officials about Crawford being fouled around the paint, he's gotten a chance to get to the foul line several times. Now it's his turn to convert.
One for 3 in the first half. And he misses a pair. That could have cut the lead to 11. Instead it resides at 13 for Emmanuel College.
Augusta's defense is really swarming. That is definitely not the problem side of the floor. Another foul called against Emmanuel's defenders in close to the basket against Tyshawn Crawford.
Point of emphasis this season is touching the ball handler. As a defensive player, you can't put your hands out extended. And Jackson Bailey picked up that personal, and that is his third. Back-to-back fouls assessed against him. So Lucas White set to inbounds, finds Montero to Crawford. Lucas White up top to Arnold. On the curl, he gets it back, and now they'll reset.
Got a little high screen from Miguel Arnold.
Crawford inside, goes strong and puts it in the hole.
So a little bit of Miguel Arnold and a little bit of Tyshawn Crawford. Augusta starting to get their footing a little bit offensively.
Traveling the violation on Eric Jones.
I think we're going to see Tyshawn Crawford in the post here again.
Starts off in the high post. Lucas White. Crossover, gets bumped once, bumped twice. Shot attempt up short. Montero in the paint. Puts it up and in.
Demetrius wanted a foul call there. Augusta cuts the lead to 9. That's the closest they've been since late in the first half.
And there's a defensive effort by Lucas White, who carries the basketball out of bounds. Stops Stuckey on the drive.
That defensive effort is right. These guys are really trying to do all they can on that defensive end of the floor. That time Sean Moss and Darren Lucas White really getting after it, shrinking that floor, got called for the foul, but man, the effort, look at, you see Darren Lucas White stripping the ball twice on one possession. I know that they can't understand where the foul call came on that one, because I sure can't.
Outside three, up no good, and rebounded by Crawford. And here come the Jaguars. Arnold pulling up. Back iron no good. And tipped out of bounds. It'll stay down on this end for Augusta.
Miguel Arnold really doing his part to try to get things going offensively. Made a couple buckets in a row. It's missed 2 in a row now, but I like the effort.
Crawford with the jump hook inside.
Tyshawn Crawford is a very skilled 7-footer, playing extended minutes for really the first time this season, making the most of it.
There's a 3-ball, side the rim. Montero with the loose ball rebound, and off to Lucas White. Arnold, and a look. Wanted Montero to screen down. And he rolls to the basket. Montero, count it. Here come the Jaguars. What was a 15-point deficit has been cut to 5 by Montero.
Yeah, you see Rafael Montero here. After getting a little help from his teammate, all of a sudden he's got a one-on-one matchup, and he knows what to do with that. I think we're going to see Tyshawn Crawford here, and some really good post play from Augusta. We just saw Montero. Now we see Crawford at 7 foot. If you can put it in the hoop like this, you're not going to be stopped. This will be another tough play inside. Augusta's inside play has really been good today. This is Rafael Montero, the team's leading scorer. Real effort play. Here we see Miguel Arnold, who kind of got this thing started. He misses this one, but there's Crawford. Just a great string of plays by Augusta's two inside players. Cut the lead to 5 here. This is earlier Miguel Arnold's second field goal in a row. Stayed with it, avoided the charge, got the roll. You know, what we'll want to look for now is, can Augusta continue this run? A lot of times when you get down into a deep hole and you make a comeback, you know, one bucket from the other team can feel like a real, you know, wet blanket. So if they can continue to stay the course here, get stops, they've gotten so many stops in a row to get back into this game. The score was 43-28 at one time, so this is a 12-2 run by Augusta.
Stuckey is super quick. Kicks it out for a teammate. A 3. And that shot attempt by Simpson was no good and deflected. And we got a timeout on the floor called by Augusta. With 11:06 left to play.
Shot clock will reset to 20.
Yeah, I think Dip actually was wondering if it goes back to 22. He was trying to get the officials' attention, decided the 20 was good enough. So what has been the key to Augusta's success over these last 4 minutes?
Well, it's been the defense. The entire game, the defense has been the story. You know, if you can defend well enough, you can stay in games. You eventually have to get it going offensively, and that's what they've done recently. So the defense has propelled the offense. It's still not crisp offensively. You see Miguel Arnold and Troy Cracknell trying to get it going from deep, with the exception of, I think, one shot by Miguel to kind of start this run. Still haven't gotten much going from the perimeter, but defense keeping them in the game, and Tyshawn Crawford and Rafael Montero providing enough offense to make it a game here. 45-40 with 11:06 remaining.
Inbounds in the paint, rejected by Cracknell.
Great effort by Troy Cracknell.
Arnold, back to Cracknell. Give him an opportunity to knock one down, and he does.
Troy let out a big yell after that 3. I know he's relieved. Gets a big block on one end, a 3 on the other. He can really get hot if he gets going.
First made 3 in the second half for the Jaguars. As Chad alluded to, they have not been going much to the three-point variety. And posting up at his 6'5" frame was Tyson.
Yeah, Tyson's been very good in the post. Finished with his left hand there.
He's got 9. Arnold, double team, gets it off to Lucas White. Back out to Arnold, lining up one. Yes!
Wow. What a find by Darren Lucas White, and then to be able to catch that and get it off. Great job by Miguel Arnold.
And Crawford with the big block. So Augusta's cut the deficit to 1.
You know, Crawford checked in with about 18 minutes left in this game when Leaf Lenore got, I believe it was his 3rd foul, and he hasn't gone out yet, so that's almost 10 minutes of action for him. Extended play, and he's playing the best basketball of the season so far.
Transfer from Georgia Southern. Stuckey gets it down low.
It's a good matchup here.
Tyson. Elbow. Shot attempt up, no good. Great defense by Cracknell. Loose ball. No whistle. And now Arnold comes back to grab it. Augusta. Arnold pulling up again. Yes! Miguel Arnold just gave Augusta their first lead in quite some time.
Miguel Arnold stared down about 600 fifth graders there and let out a big yell. The reigning rookie of the year is here to play.
4 made threes, and listen to this crowd. Foster. There's another steal by Augusta. Cracknell is fired up.
Boy, the contributions are coming from everywhere now. Troy Cracknell a little while ago got a block shot and then followed it up with a three-pointer. He's made 2 tough plays on defense since then. The fans are excited. The coaches are excited. The players are excited. It's a great atmosphere here this afternoon.
And if we could just bottle this up and bring it with us for each and every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. There's a dribble drive. There's the dunk. The big guy ready to put it in the hole.
Boy, Darren Lucas White is really getting after it defensively. You see him there, number 11.
He's one of the catalysts on the defensive end for the Jaguars. Jump hook. A thing of beauty by Tyson.
You know, Tyson, I mentioned Emmanuel being up 43-28 at one point. After getting to 45, the only 2 buckets have come from Tyson. He's definitely up to the challenge as Augusta goes on this run.
And when we took the lead, that was the first time we had the lead in this game. Driving to the lane. Lucas White lost control of it. Crawford has it, held ball, and the possession and arrow is in favor of the team in white, Augusta. Excuse me, Chad.
Sorry, on that play, you see Darren Lucas White coming up with a loose ball and then Tyshawn Crawford fighting for a loose ball. Augusta's getting more than their fair share of these, what coaches call 50-50 balls. Looking good for the Jaguars right now.
Hustle plays, knocking down outside shots, scoring in the paint, mid-range. It's all working toward the good for the Jaguars. Crawford, jump hook, can't make it work. Montero trying to run it down in the corner. Snatched out of there by Jones. Foster. And a 3-ball. With a little kiss and a touch of the chest.
Okay, so
Wright.
Yeah, Emmanuel's found its rhythm a little bit offensively, found its footing. You're not going to keep a good college basketball team from scoring for an entire half, so now Augusta's going to have to continue to play hard defensively, but also find a way to put it in the hoop themselves.
27-16, the run after the halftime break with Augusta holding that advantage here in the second stanza.
What you have here is a player falls down and a foul's called. Let's see if there was actual contact there. Definitely a little bit.
What do you think?
Well, you know, you can't blame the referees for that call. You see a guy go flying, and, you know, it's just human nature to think that's obviously an offensive foul. It's obviously also a well-known maneuver on defense to, you know, send your body flying backwards to try to sell that call. So I don't envy any referee trying to judge who, who's telling the truth on that play.
I know that you have young children, so you're up in the morning with them watching SportsCenter. Probably you may be watching SportsCenter while they're preparing, getting ready, getting their breakfast ready. This morning on SportsCenter, they had flops, and it was a series of those, and this might work out to be one of the top 10 flops.
Yeah.
That we saw.
Well, the kind that you see on SportsCenter are usually of the extreme variety. They'll usually get it narrowed down to the point where they show you something where nobody's even touched and they go flying. At least there was some physical contact on that play. But wow, 52-51. Who would have thought that this game would be a one-point game with 7:29 left, the way Augusta was trailing earlier?
Well, some of the cheerleaders out passing out pom-poms to some of the young fans, and they're loving it. Carter Education Day 2019. A capacity crowd inside Christenberry Fieldhouse.
You know, one great sign for Augusta is Tyshawn Crawford, the 7-footer, has played his best basketball of the year. He stands right now with only one foul. That's something that, it's got to make Coach Dick Mitras happy that he can go with him as much as he would like these last 7 minutes.
Foster. Strong left-handed dribbler, brings it back up high to right. In the hands of Jones. Jones is yet to score in the game as he gets the ball on the left wing. Shot clock at 9, and he loses it out of bounds. Montero with the touch and the foul.
So foul trouble not an issue with Crawford. It's also not an issue with anybody on the floor. Nobody on the floor with more than 1 foul for Augusta. Now Lee Flanor does have 4 for the Jaguars. He's on the bench. We're going to see Tyree Myers re-enter the game. He's coming in for Tyshawn Crawford. So Augusta goes small with 4 guards, and then Rafael Montero, the first-team All-Peach Belt preseason selection, the lone inside player.
And the Lions regain the lead. 3-point edge. Montero turning and facing, and he's held ball. And the arrow pointing in favor of Emmanuel.
And Augusta's in dire need of a stop here. They don't want to let this thing get back to a 3-possession, 2 or 3 possession ball game.
Foster, who was electric, leading the team, second leading scorer in the first half of this one. First time at the line in the second half. He remains perfect. 3 for 3 on the day. He's now in double figures with 10. Number 4, Simpson, along with number 32, Tyson, each in double figures as well. Simpson has 13, and Tyson chipping in with 10. Make that 11.
That's a good break for Augusta. Get Tyree Myers to the line. Opportunity to knock down a couple with the clock stopped. Team had a kind of a lack of rhythm there the last couple offensive possessions, so this will be a good opportunity to get a couple points for Augusta.
Myers nestles at home. First time at the line for him.
I mentioned Augusta going small, 2 guys that stand 6'4", and then 3 guys hover around 6 feet tall. It's a good shooting lineup for Augusta. All 5 of these guys can knock it down from deep. So this is probably the best scoring 5 that Mitras can put on the floor.
Myers with 2 made free throws, averaging 17 points a game. Averaging 11 points a game, with 17 being his high against Barton College. An 80% free throw shooter. Dropped a pair there. Nice no-look feed. Shot too short, but gathered and scored by Wright. So Wright now with 12. Five-point game. Shot clock down to 10. Late call, but Myers agreed with the call. Isaiah Foster picking up the personal. Thought that was on Foster. But actually, it's Bailey picking up his 4th personal. And he knocks down a pair. 2 big free throws there, 4 in all. And the lead is down to 1 possession. Foster with a 3-on-1. Kicking it out on the wing. Jump shot in the air. Rebounded by Montero. And here comes the Jaguars. Arnold. Power dribble. Jump shot. No good. Tipped around. Montero kept it alive. And they're going to say off of.
I think they might come look at the replay. They sure should.
They definitely should.
So
that looked like it was last touch on the inside.
Yeah, Augusta got a much-needed stop, just barely came up short on offense.
I think Jones last touched that one, as that one is loose. And there's a steal. 3-on-2 on the wing. Darren Lucas White.
What a finish by the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week. We're down to 1. Augusta needs another stop. With this small lineup, everybody's right around the same size, so they'll be able to switch all the screen and rolls.
Bailey, close to 5 seconds, closely guarded. Foster. Myers all over him. Foster driving with that left hand.
It's a tough bucket by Foster.
He's got 13. 3-point game again. Lucas White got his pocket picked and then slid underneath. McClung.
We're going to see Crawford re-enter the game. That unit, that 5-guard, almost not 5-guard, but that smaller lineup for Augusta wasn't nearly as crisp as I expected them to be. It took a long time to get into each offensive set, and they were able to score 6 points as a unit, but a lot of what they had going kind of stalled during those few minutes.
Emerson McClung scores for the first time.
Emmanuel's done a good job of weathering that storm from Augusta. Augusta went up by as many as 4 points at 51-47. So that's a 14-6 run, 15-6 run since that moment when Augusta took a 4-point lead.
To McClung, the senior from Alpharetta, with the field goal, 5-point edge. And there's Montero getting tied up. Arrow in favor of Augusta. And we got the under 4 timeout. 62-57, the Lions leading the Jaguars. And this one has been as advertised, Chad.
Yeah, plenty of passion, plenty of effort out here today. Not always the most crisply played game, 62-57, not a high-scoring game at all. But, the effort's through the roof. Both teams so well coached. It's going to go down to the wire.
Augusta in search of their first 3-game win streak of the season. They've already had two-game win streaks to get them to the 4-2 mark. And last year they topped Emanuel 77-70 on Education Day. As Chad alluded to, this team is not overwhelmed by this crowd and the atmosphere as others might have been who are first-timers.
That's right. Augusta's got the ball underneath their own basket now. We'll see what Coach Mitras draws up. I think we can watch for Miguel Arnold on this play. Arnold having made 4 threes already today.
Crawford to Cracknell for 3. Front iron, no good. Crawford with the rebound. Sets up Myers at the top of the circle, and it's good.
Tyree Myers, the point guard out of Maryland. No bigger shot than that one.
Jaguars trail by 2. 3:35 left, trying to answer, and they do. Michael Wright blowing a kiss to the 5th graders. He drops that one home for his 12-point contest. 10 of those in the second half. Montero.
Wow. What a dish from Myers. What a catch and finish from Montero. Jags are in need of a stop.
Montero now with 10. 1 possession game, 3 minutes left. Stuckey. Get the ball on the big guy. Tyson in the painted area. He travels. Hadn't touched it in quite some time. Hadn't been out there in a while.
It was a good job by Tyshawn Crawford to hold his ground, stay in front, not foul, make Tyson travel.
Arnold turns and faces. That's strong. Stuckey. And a clean steal by Myers. Tyree has numbers. Dumps it off to Montero's foul line. They'll reset the offense.
Well, we'll see where Augusta goes with this one. I think it'll be Rafael Montero.
There it is. Inside to Crawford. Had the opening, didn't see it. Montero on the wing. Finds Arnold for 3. Rebounded by Cracknell. And he tries to get the shot up.
That was a great look from Montero, finding Arnold in the corner, and just incredible hustle by Troy Cracknell. You see him not watching, instead going in, grabbing a tough rebound in traffic, selling the foul call. He'll shoot 2.
Junior at the line. He knocks down the first. 72% free throw shooter. Averaging 10 points, 5 rebounds, and assists a game. He's got 6 in this one.
Coach Dimitris going with a little offense-defense substitution, puts Darren Lucas White, the active defender, into the game for Tyshawn Crawford, the 7-footer. So Augusta's back to this small lineup.
And a pair knocked down by Cracknell. Cuts the lead to 1 at 2 minutes. Stuckey on the sideline. He had a arm injury. I think there might have been some blood drawn.
Yeah, we're going to have an offensive foul away from the ball here. Actually, the referee pointed the wrong way. That foul's on Rafael Montero trying to fight through a screen.
So Foster will head to the line.
Now's a good time for these 5th graders to make some noise. .77% free throw shooter is Foster. He's a perfect 5 for 5 in today's game. .15 points in the contest. This See if Augusta gets into something a little earlier in the shot clock this time.
Awesome. Chad, guys averaging just 8 points a game. He's really stepped it up today, and so has Miguel Arnold with another 3-ball. That's 5 in this contest, matching his season high with 5.
I love the fact that Miguel has continued to shoot whether the ball goes in the basket or not. He's had stretches where he's made everything and missed everything today, but you can count on the kid from Miami to be up to the challenge. Miguel made the 3-pointer in the second round of the NCAA tournament last year to send the game to overtime against USC Aiken. He's never afraid of the moment. You see there, he's got plenty to say to the adoring fans after that big 3. You know, he had missed 2 threes from the left corner in prior possessions here that could have tied the game. So no hesitation, off the screen there, elevates, nails it, Miguel Arnold.
Well, we're deadlocked. 200 seconds left in this one. Motion by the Lions, setting up a 3. Front iron, no good. Ball tipped around, and they regain possession. Now Foster on the dribble drive, dumps it inside, and a basket scored by Wright.
Look for Miguel Arnold on this play. Number 5 in white.
Arnold has it. Ball tipped around. Montero on the floor. Loose ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Lions. It'll be Lions basketball. It's a big turnover there for the Jaguars. And now they've got to hunker down defensively.
Of course, we've got that 30-second shot clock, so Augusta will get the ball back. The only question is, will they still be trailing by 2 when they get it? Emmanuel's going to use as much of that clock as they can. It's down to 8 right now.
Yeah, Coach Demetrius asking him to come up. Foster, shot attempt up, no good, rebounded. And here comes Augusta. 25 seconds remaining. And there's a big block called as Lucas White lost control of the basketball. And Augusta's fortunate to have the possession and an opportunity to inbound, or will it be free throws?
Yeah, he'll be shooting.
That's a double bonus.
And so Darren Lucas White kind of getting bailed out on that play, but he'll be able to go to the line and possibly tie it.
79% on the season. First time at the line. And a season high 18 in the win over Barton that we brought you on Saturday.
Looks like Rafael Montero maybe has a little blood either on his jersey or on himself. Looks like his shorts are being worked on. Darren Lucas White at the free throw line with 2 shots, chance to tie the game. We've said it many times today, but Darren's the reigning Peach Belt Conference Player of the Week, comes off the bench, scored 18 points, grabbed 6 steals, and dished out 4 assists in 22 minutes of play last Saturday. Kind of the hero of that game. He'll have a chance to be a hero of sorts here as well.
Got the post-game interview with Chad Cook as well. One of his highlights. Oh, a huge miss on the first one. Still tons of time. Give you a quick reset. The Lions with 10 fouls, Augusta with 9. 2 timeouts on both sides. The second one is perfect. Lucas White now with 8 in the game. 5 of those in the second half.
Look for Augusta to trap before a foul here. Emmanuel gets a timeout. So when we come back from timeout, I expect Augusta to trap hard, try to get a steal first before fouling. If they don't get a steal on the first pass, once that ball's passed out of that first double team, I expect Augusta to give up a foul, put Emmanuel on the foul line.
Lions basketball in the backcourt. Full court pressure and a foul. Shot clock is off as they'll head to the line. That's the 10th team foul, so 2 free throws upcoming for Tyon Stuckey.
So Augusta would have already drawn up the play to try to get a three-pointer if Stuckey is to make both of these. Now they don't have to go for 3 if Stuckey makes this next one. They could definitely go to the basket, get a quick 2, and try to get a steal or a foul immediately afterwards.
Stuckey, the leading scorer, averaging 14 a game. As he buries a pair, he's got 12.
Augusta's going to probably go for 3 here. We'll see a little hammer play.
Arnold sets up a 3 ball, and it's good! Miguel Arnold with 4.7 seconds left just buried the biggest shot of his young career.
We're going to have a timeout. Emmanuel, what a shot by Miguel Arnold. We'll see the replay here. They call this a hammer play. You go baseline, hit the shooter on the other end, a little back screen from Troy Cracknell. Look at that contest. Even better shot. Great job by Tyree Myers finding his partner in the. Wow, shades of the NCAA tournament last year when Arnold made a 3 to put Augusta into the Sweet 16, to put Augusta's game into overtime, to eventually get Augusta into the Sweet 16. We might see a similar thing here. The Jaguars are going to have to lock back in defensively and not give up a bucket here.
And the reason I alluded to with some hyperbole that this is the biggest shot of his career, probably
so
not
at this moment.
At this moment, but not only that, but in front of this kind of crowd.
That's right.
This is where you win, folks to your university, folks that possibly will be supporting the school as they grow up and continue to follow, developing their first team that they love, comes out of events like this. So
true.
His fan base, we saw the signs. Miguel was amongst those that received them. As Santa and Mrs. Claus look on. 4 seconds left. Lucas White guarding. The leading scorer with the jump shot in the air. He banks it home at the buzzer. Emmanuel College. And they're going to take a look at it. They're going to take a look. Come over and take a look at it to make sure the shot got off in time as we look at the SUV TV. And then the shot is there. Shot in the air. And they say they don't even need to look at another replay. That will count. The basket counts, and that is the ball game, as we'll get a chance to look at it. Once again, another replay. I know you have several. As what a shot it was by Emmanuel College. Knocking it down. Tyon Stuckey, the point guard, who averaged 14 and a half a game, and he just reached his average on that shot there. His third made three of the ball game. He's got 15 unofficially, and he capped off the scoring. Final score of this one, Emmanuel 74, Augusta 71. What a ball game this was. Education Day, and the first loss for Augusta University. First loss for Augusta University on the Education Day in the 6th year of its existence, as the players will come out to the fans and throw their education or readers for leaders, as we're all set and ready to send it over to our own Chad Cook.
Tyon Stuckey, the hero of the day for Emmanuel College. Pretty good move by your teammates there, Tyon. Tell me about that last play.
I just knew that I was going to take the shot, but I want to give credit to my team. They fought hard in a hostile environment. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have won the game.
You talk about a hostile environment. Have you ever played in a situation like this with thousands of 10-year-olds screaming against your team?
No, I never played in a hostile environment like this. It was fun.
Now, was that play drawn up for you?
No, it wasn't drawn up for me. It was drawn up to get my teammates open, but I just knew I just had the confidence to take the shot.
Did you call bank?
No, I didn't call bank.
You called game, though, right?
I called game.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right, thank you, Chad. Appreciate that. And thank you to Marcus Johnson as well with the statistics. We have the numbers as we take a look at them. Augusta falling in this one. Final score again, 74-71. And let's look at some of the numbers or bring those to you. Augusta was led in scoring by Miguel Arnold. Tremendous performance by Arnold, as he, who had 6 points in the first half, finished up with 22. That three-pointer Augusta thought was the tying field goal, only to see the basket scored by Stuckey to put the knife in their backs in this one. Rafael Montero had 10 points to go along 5 rebounds. Tyree Myers chipped in with 9. It was 8 points in the ball game. Also, Tyshawn Crawford also had 9. 8 points in the game for Darren Lucas White. And then 7 points for Troy Cracknell, helping them out. Lee Flanor, who had 2 points. It was Sean Moss with 2, and Robert Barloom with 2 points for Augusta. As for Emmanuel, who with the victory, they were led in scoring by Tyon Stuckey with 15. Isaiah Foster also had 15, 14 in the ball game for Michael Wright. It was 13 for Brandon Simpson, 2 in the contest for McClung, and 2 for KJ Jones, and 2 for Jackson Bailey. So again, Emmanuel improves to 4-5. Augusta dips to 4-3 on the season. And the shooting in the ball game went like this. Augusta finished up shooting 53% from the field, 50% from long range, 9 of 18, 10 of 19 from the foul line. As for Emmanuel, they wrapped up shooting 49% from the field, 37.5 from three-point land, 9 of 24, and none bigger than the game winner. And then free throw shooting, 93.8%, 15 of 16 from the foul line, helped to fuel the victory for Emmanuel. 74-71, our final score. Augusta in the first half trailed by 10, 35-25. They outscored Emmanuel 46-39 in the second half, but it was 3 points shy of what was needed as they again dropped for the third time this season. Be sure to join us as we bring you continuing coverage of the Jaguars this coming Saturday. It's the battle for bragging rights in the Garden City as Augusta University Jaguars host Payne College. The women's game starts at 5:30. The men will follow at 7:30 p.m., and you can watch it right here on the SUV TV. So for Elisa and Marcus and my broadcast partner Chad Cook and the entire staff, we want to thank you for tuning in, and we hope to have you right back here next time. Good afternoon, God bless, and take care, everyone.